Hi, I'm Cassandra Parton, CEO of Next Tech Learning. Today I'm here with Helen, CEO and founder of Nelly's Healing Centre, and we just want to have a conversation about Nelly's Healing Centre and what they do. And Next Tech are really proud to support Nelly's during our end of financial year campaign. So we'll get to the fun stuff now. Helen, lovely to have you here with us today.
Thank you, Cass. Thank you.
Excellent. So why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about you and who you are and a little bit of a background on Nellys.
So, my name's Helen Eason. I'm a proud Gomeroi Biripi woman. My journey started with Nellys because of my own personal story. I'll give you a bit of my personal story and my background. So, from a 5-year-old child, I was affected by sexual abuse. I had 8 different offenders from 5 years of age till the age of 16. I didn't have any support. I didn't meet anyone else that had been through the sexual abuse that I'd been through. So when I was a teenager, I started drinking alcohol to, suppress my pain and what I was going through. I then went on to drugs. I didn't know that there was services or that there was people out there that I could speak to. So I went into a downward spiral till I was 26. I had 3 children by the time I was 26, and I ended up in prison, and I'd had removals of my 3 babies by a department which is the child protection system that I'd never heard about.
That background that you have in terms of, your personal story, going from obviously the abuse from a very young age, you're now obviously in a space where you built Nellys. What do you do in terms of supporting the women you work with?
Okay, so from this little bit of the background I just give on myself and my struggles, I was lucky enough to get my children back. I didn't stop fighting. If I didn't fight and get my babies back, who was going to? That's where my dream and my passion about Nellys and having a space where our women can come to someone and they can walk through the doors. There's no judgment. I don't judge. To actually be able to have a space for Nellys and to be the voice for our women when they can't have their voice, to articulate conversations that have been had with our women, and to put the right services in place, and to have Nellys to walk along with you, to go to them appointments, and to break it down on what's expected. So to put that full holistic approach around and to educate and to empower our women, and self-determination is everything.
What are some of the programs that you've written here at Nelly?
So our programs are written by our women, our people, delivered our way. You have services. So I built a relationship with one of the services, which is reputable rehabilitation, which is Odyssey House. They wanted to come in. We haven't got a drug and alcohol program that runs in Redfern for our Aboriginal women. When they came in, they wanted to come in with a booklet, and this booklet goes for 6 weeks to 8 weeks. Well, sorry, how does anyone get over a struggle or a drug and alcohol addiction, relapse prevention, in that amount of time? We sit in a circle, we yarn, we flow off each other. So to give a white service the opportunity to come in and learn how we learn and how we share together. It's amazing to get a certificate after 8 weeks, but sorry, that struggle isn't fixed in 8 weeks.
It's funny, isn't it, that you put a time frame of 8 weeks. I mean, something if somebody's gone through drug and alcohol abuse for a significant period of time, going in for an 8-week program, going back out and it's I can't even imagine.
That's right.
It's such an insignificant amount of time to actually get over something that's quite
And
challenging.
as I said with myself, with the sexual abuse from a child. Okay, it's okay to do the drug and alcohol, but the issue behind hasn't been dealt with. So until we have someone that can understand and realise, okay, there's been history here, there's been domestic violence here as well, we need to address those problems as well to target this problem, which is the drug and alcohol.
Yeah.
Because if you don't deal with the underlying problems, the struggle is going to continue.
I would love to. We've spoken offline around the vision of Nellys and where you want this place to grow over the next few years. Can you just share with us and I'll talk around how Next Tech is really excited to be partnering and working alongside Nellys during this journey. But tell us a little bit about the vision.
My vision is we need an accommodation space. There's never been a healing centre developed for our Aboriginal women. There's not a property where our women can come to or even be referred to from court as a diversion instead of going to prison. So to have that accommodation space where our women can come and stay for 3 months, 6 months if need be, so that we can have our programs run, they can be educated, they can be empowered. We can help with securing long-term accommodation instead of our women being homeless. If our women haven't got a home or an address, there's no way that they're getting their children back. So to have a accommodation space where our women can come and we can start that journey. It's educating around the sexual abuse. It is educating around the domestic violence. It is general living skills. It is around the drug and alcohol. Without education around the effects on not just us, but on our families, on our children, without any education, you are going to stay in the same struggle that you're in. It is also offering an opportunity for employment when they leave Nelly's accommodation. You know, it's taking them shopping on a very low budget to show that we can cook, you know, meals and we can get through on a very basic wage that we get from Centrelink.
That there is no other support services like this for Aboriginal women in the community right now, and that's
there's not one in any state in
any
Australia.
state. So there you go. If we can get this message out to our customers around what you're doing, and package this in with our voucher campaign, where whenever a voucher is actually purchased by a customer, Next Tech are actually going to be matching and adding that through and donating on behalf of our customer to Nellys to really help kickstart your journey in where you're going. And I'm definitely coming to one of your cooking classes because I need that. I can't cook. So no, I think what you're doing is absolutely amazing.
Thank you,
and I'm really excited to be a part of the journey.
Thank you so much.